Welcome back to Maverick How To. Today we're going to learn to take some stains out of a garage floor, and we will test and see if what we have here really works, if that's what they're saying on the bottle. Is it going to produce what we need and try to bring the floor back to a more original finish? Let's get at it and trial and error, see what happens. Very messy. Here's an area I attempted to use a scrub brush on. Looks like it took a little bit of the surface dirt away, but it definitely wasn't what I was looking for. It still needs cleaned after loosening some of the dirt up. That's where we're gonna try this floor buffer and see what happens. Okay, so these are the products I used. The Rust-Oleum cleaner and degreaser for concrete, and bought a large spray bottle. It says on the directions you can dump it on the floor and let it set, or spray it on. I figured spraying would make it a little more even and not just pile up. So we'll see what happens with that. It says to make sure you maintain to keep it wet, that it doesn't dry, or you reapply the coats here. And it says to give it about 20 minutes until you're ready to try and scrub it up. So I borrowed a floor buffer using the green pads, what they recommend online for this kind of removal. Just so you guys can see, scrub brush really didn't do that well. So I'm hoping that this does a way better job. Did it really do too much? I don't know. We'll give it another couple shots and see what happens. right, now we're going to get the wash bucket here and clean water, mop, get some of the residue off. Maybe try to dry a little bit and see what it looks like. Well, does it look that much cleaner? Not really. Looks like it did take some of the surface dirt off. Maybe made it a little bit lighter, but definitely not impressive at all. Is it worth me taking the time to do the entire garage floor when that's the way it turned out? I would say no. So, at this point, we're going to go to phase 2. We're going to mop the floor up here, get some of the rest of the residue out, hook up the power washer and the disc, give the floor a nice cleaning. Okay, now we're going to fire up the power washer, use the disc for an even cleaning, and then get everything dried, get set up for some sealer. After you get so far, you always should squeegee the water into the drain. I recommend opening the drains up so it's easier to get the water in. Also keep note that the foam is based on the floor cleaner right now. Okay, well, do I think the floor looks cleaner even after doing that? Maybe just some light surface stuff came up. Nothing that I was expecting. Have to try some different tactics later on, but for now, let's get the rest of the floor power washed where we didn't use the cleaner just to get the dirt and everything up. Then we'll get it sealed. Okay, let's give it a squeegee in here and get rid of the water and let her dry. Okay, there you have it. Floor is clean. We're just gonna have to wait till everything dries. If you have heat in your floor, maybe 2 to 3 hours, everything should be pretty dry for sealer. If you don't, you have heat in, forced air, I'd probably give it around about the same time, maybe add an extra hour to be safe. If you have no heat, I would probably wait till the next day. For 24 hours, I'll make sure that it's dry. If the conditions are right outside, you want it to be nice and dry, no pores that were keeping the sealer from getting in with the water. So we'll revisit this when it's ready. Okay, so to finish off the concrete floor here in the garage, looks a little bit cleaner. It's not perfect, but it's just a garage, as they say. But I would say you want to grab yourself a 9-inch roller frame, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch nap, and extension pole. Get your sealer, pour a little bit on the floor. You're just gonna roll it out. Personally, I like to go one direction, wait till it dries, and I'll come back and go the other direction. Gets all the any of the cracks, imperfections. Try to get some sealer in there to protect it. If you're from the north, which I am, you have to deal with the salt on the roads, and it will ruin your concrete if you don't keep it sealed every year. It's just something to think about for everybody. Doesn't pay attention to the amount of damage salt does, not only to your car, but to the driveways, the roads, sidewalks. You gotta take care of them. A little concrete sealer goes a long way. Well, that's all we have here for Maverick How To. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.